Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources. Updating daily noontime New York City.
The Library of Economics and Liberty.
September 23, 11:15 America, New York. What selling cars suggests about a free society. It's difficult to imagine how a society of which most members do not believe in individual liberty could become or remain a free society. There must be a tipping point, perhaps far short of the majority, where the mob will seize power or otherwise force its values on the rest of individuals.
Daily FX Market News.
September 23, 10:25 America, New York. Global market unwind. USD jumps as euro, sterling plummet, stocks stare into the abyss. It was a brutal week for global markets, but FX has shown more panic in euro and sterling, even as US equities hold above June lows.
BBC News Business.
September 23, 9:15 America, New York. We'll be lucky to keep our heads above water. The BBC talked to households and businesses to get their reactions to the mini-budget.
New York Times Business.
September 23, 9:14 America, New York. Global markets fall on worries about inflation and interest rates. Stocks, bonds and the pound were jolted by policy details from the new government that entailed a huge rise in borrowing.
New York Times Business.
September 23, 9 o'clock America, New York. Inflation may save you money on your taxes. The government adjusts its tax code every year, including the standard deduction and tax brackets. Rising costs mean big changes next year.
Global economy.
September 23, 8:28 America, New York. Airbus backs delivery target despite supply constraints. Chief Financial Officer of world's largest plane maker warns that hitting goal will not be a walk in the park.
New York Times Business. September 23, 8:07 America, New York. Zelensky asks businesses to join a Marshall Plan for Ukraine. Ukraine estimates it would cost $750 billion to rebuild the war-battered country. Residents of Izium, Ukraine queue for humanitarian aid.
The Library of Economics and Liberty.
September 23, 8 o'clock America, New York. Europe's destructive energy policies. In a Republican ad during Ronald Reagan's 1980 run for president, a Tip O'Neill lookalike was driving along while oblivious to the fact that his car was running out of gas.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. September 23, 7:30 America, New York. Retailers face pressure to offer discounts while battling inflation. Retailers and their finance chiefs are facing a challenge balancing consumer expectations for discounts and the need to keep raising prices to offset high inflation.
Global economy.
September 23, 7:22 America, New York. Gloomy business poll pushes euro to 20-year low against dollar. Benchmark survey of Eurozone companies signals shift towards recession in currency bloc.
The Library of Economics and Liberty.
September 23, 7:13 America, New York. A Keynesian's macroeconomic history. Amazon link. https://amzn.to/3s9zfu3, 0 comments.
BBC News Business. September 23, 7:13 America, New York. Pound sinks as markets react to mini-budget. UK stocks also fell after the Chancellor outlined a series of tax cuts and economic measures.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business.
September 23, 7 o'clock America, New York. Google sees Russia coordinating with hackers in cyberattacks tied to Ukraine war. A growing body of evidence suggests that pro-Russian hackers and online activists are working with the country's military intelligence agency, according to Google's cybersecurity group.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. September 23, 6:59 America, New York. UK's sweeping tax cuts send pound tumbling, yields higher. The British government unveiled the sweeping cuts in a bold bet to jolt the UK's inflation-stricken economy into growth, prompting a slide in the pound and a jump in government bond yields.
Daily FX Market News.
September 23, 6:47 America, New York. GBP, USD slide continues. Mini-budget gets a distinctly lukewarm welcome. The British pound continues to languish at levels not seen since the mid-1980s as inflation and growth worries continue to glower.
BBC News Business. September 23, 6:14 America, New York. Income tax to be cut by 1p from April. The basic rate of income tax will fall from 20p to 19p in the pound next year, the Chancellor says.
Global economy.
September 23, 5:58 America New York, UK government bonds sell off as Kwarteng unveils tax cuts. Borrowing costs on debt in sharpest weekly rise since 1998.
Daily FX market news.
September 23, 5:30 America New York, crude oil update. Central bank hikes weigh on Brent ahead of Baker Hughes. Brent crude oil continues to fall as fundamental headwinds gain traction.
Marginal revolution.
September 23, 3:17 America New York, India fact of the day. Not even 200 of the approximate 10,000 students from the Indian Institutes of Technology took up positions outside India last year. 50 students, who make up the largest contingent, will be leaving from IIT Bombay, followed by 40 from Delhi, 25 from Kharagpur, 19 from Kanpur, 13 from Madras, 17 from Roorkee and 5 from Guwahati.
Marginal revolution.
September 23, 1:06 America New York, from the comments, on single payer. Single payer's magic has historically worked via just a few channels. 1. Some amount of monopsony allows the government to bid down medical services below market rates.